In continuation of a series that seemingly has been a hit, I decided to also compare sets of brothers in which only one has played in the NHL. Therefore, just like the previous three in this video, I'm going to pit each set of brothers against each other in order to see who the better one is. We'll go over things like stats, accomplishments, and overall skill set. And with that, here are 5 more sets of brothers compared. For the Hughes family, hockey's not just a hobby, but instead a lifestyle, as both Jim and Ellen Hughes played collegiate hockey, with Jim remaining involved in the game by coaching for several years after the fact. Therefore, it's not a surprise that their 3 sons, Quinn, Jack, and Luke, have all followed suit and taken the sport seriously themselves. As a trio of hockey phenoms has participated in the U.S. National Development Program. Each has excelled from their respective positions. But even though both Jack and Quinn have not been drafted, their younger brother Luke is definitely going to join them shortly in the NHL. And even though he hasn't made his professional debut yet, Luke has still been able to turn heads while playing for Little Caesars and for Team USA. As the youngest Hughes, while playing for Little Caesars U15 AAA team, was able to notch an astounding 83 points in only 71 games played, and was a key contributor to Team USA's U17 team clinching the silver medal with 28 points in 48 games played for the club. And Quinn, who is in the running for the Calder Trophy, was an instant sensation in Vancouver while recently setting a record for the most assists by a rookie defenseman in a single postseason with 13 in 15 games. Comparing the two though, they're both obviously phenomenal skaters that are very good with eluding the opposition with exceptional edge work and puck handling. Both aren't afraid to join in on the rush and work down low when need be. Even though Luke hasn't been able to shine in the NHL yet, one thing that will definitely set him apart from his 2 older brothers is his size. At 6'1" and 175 pounds, Luke won't easily be rattled or ridden off the puck like Jack and Quinn usually are, as Quinn most recently was an apparent target this postseason and wasn't able to capitalize at times due to the tenacious physical play that the playoffs are known for. Therefore, with Luke having the same incredible tools such as skating, vision, and speed, could easily outdo both his eldest brothers following his debut. Both hailing from Finland, Jonas and Tuukka were able to get NHL scouts' attention due to their play for SM Liga. Rask, who obviously garnered more attention than his younger brother, was drafted 21st overall, while Jonas was selected in the 7th round, 198th overall, while it was still a concept. Both have had the privilege of representing their country at the World Juniors, with Tuukka also playing for Finland in the Olympics and the World Cup. While Tuukka has had immense success thus far in the NHL with a Stanley Cup ring and a Vezina in hand, his younger brother unfortunately can't say the same, as Jonas was only able to play 2 games for the Predators, but he did record a single point with an assist to his name. Regardless though, the forward has been able to make a career out of the sport overseas while playing a handful of seasons for Liga after spending time in the AHL. Jonas makes his living often net front and has a knack for being at the right place at the right time on ice. His best season with Liga saw him notch 38 points in 57 games played. Even still, I think we can all agree that Tuukka is the more skilled of the two, regardless. Products of BC, Keith and Brent Seabrook both spent time playing in the Western Hockey League. Keith for the Calgary Hitmen, and Brent for the Lethbridge Hurricanes. Brent thoroughly impressed with his 42-point season as a defenseman with the Canes shortly before being drafted 14th overall by the Chicago Blackhawks. For his younger brother, however, the road to the NHL wasn't as easy. After being drafted by Washington 52nd overall 3 years after Brent, Keith, after a brief stint playing for the University of Denver, spent time in various leagues such as the AHL and ECHL. But before he hung up the skates for good, however, Keith was able to sort of join his brother in Chicago, as he was picked up briefly by the Rockford IceHawks, the Blackhawks affiliate. His best season on record was with the Calgary Hitmen, in which he recorded 55 points in 64 games played. Brent, however, has had no difficulty maintaining a roster spot in the NHL, except for maybe last season. Anyways, regardless, the defenseman has nothing to hang his head about, with 3 Stanley Cups to his name and a trio of gold medals. The Larkins worked their way to the NHL in vastly different ways. as the only similarity to the two was their time spent playing college hockey. Prior to, however, Dylan spent time playing for the USNDP and, during his draft year of 2014, helped Team USA capture gold. While Dylan decided to remain in state and play for the University of Michigan, his older brother took interest in playing on the East Coast for UMass Boston, as his best season for the Beacons was during his senior year, where he was able to record 46 points in 27 games played. Even though he was never able to make an appearance at the NHL level, Cullen was able to score a one-year entry deal with the Edmonton Oilers. After 16 games played, however, for the Bakersfield Condors and only 2 points to show for it, the eldest Larkin was unable to secure a call-up and was eventually let go. Dylan, though, has quickly developed into one of the Red Wings' best offensive threats up front, with 53 points in 71 games played last season. Both brothers are excellent skaters, but I think we can all agree that Dylan has to be the faster of the two, and more skilled offensively. Out of the four Stahl brothers who have all made NHL debuts, two of them turned out to be defensemen, in Mark and the youngest Stahl brother, Jared. Both spent time playing for the Sudbury Wolves of the OHL prior to their NHL debuts. Jared, who was the lone Stahl to have been drafted outside of the first round, went 49th overall to the Phoenix Coyotes prior to the name change, while Mark went 12th overall in one of the deepest drafts to date in 2005. But while his older brother excelled with the Rangers, Jared spent countless seasons playing for various teams in the minors, in hopes of an eventual call-up. And coincidence or not, while two of his three older brothers were playing for the Carolina Hurricanes 4 years after he was drafted, Jared finally was able to make his debut for the Canes. But unfortunately, after 2 games played and no points to show for it, the youngest Stahl never made another NHL appearance. Mark, however, who has spent his entire 15-year career with the Blue Shirts, is currently 9 games shy of 900 games played for the Rangers, with his best season statistically taking place a decade ago, during the 2010-11 campaign. Stahl had a career best of 29 points in 77 games played, but is notably on the decline as of late. But even still, maintaining a career in the NHL for 15 years automatically sets him apart from his youngest brother, who, unfortunately, wasn't able to get over the hump when it came to professional hockey.